That's not the plan. No egg draining tonight. Hi! I don't know if anybody was here on Wednesday. It was an egg experience of epic proportions. Hello! So I kind of did a sneaky peek of this on Wednesday if anybody was here for that absolute monstrosity of a live on Wednesday. Oh God. But yes, I sort of did a sneaky peek of these egg planning worksheets. Now this is a free download. This is a freebie on the Ukrainian Egg Accessories website. If you go to the freebies section, they've got a whole bunch of downloads that you can print off completely for free. Their color sequencing chart, hello, I'm sad I missed it. No, don't be sad. I was draining eggs that I needed to drain like 2 months ago, but never got around to it. And I thought they might be a little bit stinky, but the first one I drained was like the worst smelling, the worst, most rotten egg I've ever drained in my whole life. And I did it on a live, and it was like, I've never had so many people in a live before. So I was there, I was draining the worst, most grossest egg I've ever drained in my life. And I was doing it in front of like almost 800 people. And it was an experience for everyone involved. Anyways, hi Sarah. That's the worst egg I've ever drained in my life. And of course, it was in front of hundreds of people. So anyways, hi, damn child. But yes, so free downloads. This is one of them, the dye sequencing chart. The other one is this lovely little egg planning worksheets. Hi, Ashy Sunflower. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm afraid to ask what color the yolk was, but I'm going to ask it. It was like a chunky green, and it was just the most vile thing you've ever seen in your life. It was, and I've never had so many people in a live. It was, I can't even, I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of karmic energy I sent out in the universe that night, but it was me being vulnerable and admitting that it was an experience. It was me being vulnerable and saying, I got behind, I kept meaning to drain these, I didn't. So it's going to be a sucky task. So I was sort of like doing that thing that people with executive dysfunctioning do, where we use body doubling. So like you just have somebody there to hold you accountable so that you're motivated to get the thing done. So that's what I did. Ordered some presents for my birthday, but by my birthday I'll probably forget them. Do you know what? Sometimes if you order yourself stuff for your birthday and then you forget about it by the time your birthday, it's like a surprise. You're like, oh, presents. And we seem to add a lot of folks to the egg cult. But yeah, so it was me being very vulnerable and being like, okay, so I got behind. This is the big task that I haven't been able to do. So I'm not always perfect and I don't always get things done. So I'm going to show you guys that I'm imperfect and I'm going to get the thing done. I'm going to do the hard thing. And then the hard thing ended up being one of the grossest things that I've ever done. And I've given birth twice. So we'll just leave that at there. It was, anyways, it was interesting. Got my shot and have been dead all day. Oh, I'm jealous that you got the shot, not jealous that you've been dead all day. I hope you're feeling better soon. I'm booked for the 3rd of May. I'm so excited. Low-key sad I'm not with my eggs. Oh no, you're away from your eggs this evening. Well, you can live vicariously. So, your dad just got his 2nd dose of the shot. Good. Awesome. So, but yes, so this is a free download that you can get on the website. So this was designed by Jennifer E. Kwong. I don't think she has a TikTok, but she's very active on Instagram. She's got a great Instagram. So I encourage you, and she's the same, just Jennifer E. Kwong on Instagram. I encourage everyone to go check her out. So this is a really great little printable planning guide because it kind of goes through and show, yeah, hello. A Van Gogh egg. Do you know what? I have an idea in my head for doing the Starry Night because I love that painting so much. Or even maybe like one of his like sunflower paintings. I'm adding him to the list. So here we go. Hello. It's really great because it gives you lots of space to kind of do some doodling and some planning, places to like take notes. I just think this is so so you can plan out like each side of your egg, the tops of your eggs. I just find it so helpful. So I am and like different, divisions, if you're going to do a border or not. Hello. I'm a very fly by the seat of my pants kind of a gal. I normally don't really plan out anything, to be completely honest. The immersive exhibit just announced it's coming to me and I'm so, that would be so cool. I like Van Gogh. I really like Van Gogh. Do you cut these out or just color them in? So it's just like a planning resource. I mean, you could cut them out and make a whole art project with them if you want. Hi, I just got all of my tools from Accessories. So this is a free download. Go onto the website, ukrainianaccessories.com. There's going to be a section for freebies, free downloads, and this is a free download. It's an egg planning worksheets by Jennifer E. Kwong. Completely free resource, and it's phenomenal. I love it. So you see so you can like go step by step, like draw in what you're going to do in white, right? And then you can like make notes about it and then add what you're going to do in yellow, red, whatever, like step by step, each of your colors. I just find this so ingenious. And the fact that it's free. I mean, who doesn't love free resources, right? Different. Right, all kinds of divisions you can do. And you can like practice like different things for the tops of your eggs. Different ways to do divisions up there. Right? And then they've got these little, so if you want to work on things like I did this very roughly. Oh, that's wonderful. You're going to do them. Heather, I think that says Heather. Yes, Heather, that's wonderful. You're going to do them for him. That's lovely. My favorite is free. My favorite is free food. Agreed. We have 2 of his eggs. I have one from my great grandma too. But yeah, these dotted pages are really good. Like if you want to practice anything, anything like your rosettes or anything, they're great. Wait, is this literal egg decorating? It show is. They're ready to go. And then even ones where you can practice borders. So you're such a great teacher. Thank you. I mean, I don't know what I was teaching on Wednesday night. Accountability, maybe? Maybe that's what I was teaching. So I was doing some little doodles on here earlier tonight. So I'm going to go through and we're going to pick 3. I have 3. We're going to pick 1. I thought it was a therapy worksheet. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Oh girl, I got a bunch of those upstairs if you want to do that one night on a live. Are we doing dialectical behavioral therapy or CBT? Because I got both. I got books about creativity. And actually, do you know what book I just got that I'm really excited to read is the John Cleese. He was one of the Monty Python guys, and he's got a very just short, cute book, and it's just Creativity, a short and cheerful guide. And I'm super excited to read it. It looks so fun. But yeah, I have tons of books on meditation techniques and creativity and therapy and yada yada. My husband's a huge Monty Python fan. So this is option 1. And I had to leave Wednesday after 2 eggs. The chef in me was screaming. The human in me was screaming. I I have never drained an egg that first one. I was not expecting it to be that bad. I had no idea it was going to be that bad. I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be that bad. I've just never experienced anything like that. And of course, it was in front of like 800 people. Anyways. Camilla Pang's How to Be Human. I've heard good things about that. Wednesday was particularly hard to watch at parts. It was, I don't know, it's funny because a lot of times Wednesdays it feels like it's hit and miss. Usually there's not a ton of people on Wednesdays, so I thought this is a great time for me to be like open and vulnerable and like show that I'm not perfect and the process isn't always perfect. And, you know, I was like trying to be vulnerable about what it's like to be a creative person who wants to start a million projects, but yet I have executive dysfunction, so I don't always follow through with the completion of all the projects that I do. And so, yeah, so I was attempting to be like vulnerable as a creative and just as a human, and it just ended up being me doing gross ass shit in front of 800 people. Anyways, wasn't what I had set out to do, but it was what happened. Sometimes that happens. Please tell me there's a clip of it on your page. No. No. I want to forget it happened. It wasn't terrible, but we had like at one point we had like 800 people in, and it wasn't the usual crowd. And there was a lot of really cool people who joined that were asking questions that were really great. There was lots of great people in live. There was a couple that were interesting. And if you were there on Wednesday, you know what I mean. One best left to disappear into the ether. Yeah. Did the yolk go everywhere? I drained the grossest egg I've ever drained in my life is what happened. That egg can be Vern 2.0. Oh, anyways, this is option 1. So this, these are very quick, very rough. Yeah, I mean, it was entertaining. If nothing else, it was definitely entertaining if you have a strong stomach. Let's put it that way. So this is one design. This is that little, like the little branches with leaves on it that I really love, with some ladders and a little bit of a half rosette. So that's one option. Now I would like to do a border around the center. That's why I left this space free. So that's option 1. If we pick this option, then we can choose which one of the border pieces that we want to do. So that is option 1. Oh, it was totally rotten. It was green, it was chunky, it was rotten, it was a whole thing. I was gagging. It was a whole thing. It was the grossest thing I've done. I'm pretty sure giving birth wasn't that bad. Anyways, this one I didn't finish filling it in. But you kind of... So the stars are going to be like this, and then the little diamonds are going to go in. So this one I kind of had the idea of like a patchwork quilt. I could smell and feel it through my screen. I betcha you could. I betcha you could. I feel like it's just so funny to me that I was like, here, I'm going to be vulnerable as a creative. 800 people watching me drain a disgusting egg. Like, not what I had intended, but you know what? I'm sure we gave somebody a show. It was black and green. I feared for her life. Yeah. Is now a bad time to eat mini eggs since the rotten egg discourse is happening? Is it ever a bad time to eat mini eggs? I feel like it's always time for mini eggs. We'll get over it. We'll get it. It's like we're like having a mini therapy session right now over what happened on Wednesday. We will move on. The patchwork. Yeah. So this is a little different. This one, it's never a bad time. This one is definitely more of like a patchworky quilt. So that is option 2. And then option 3 is going to be similar to the first one, where there's going to be a design on the sides and then around the middle. And then I've got, I sketched them in here, but you can't really see it. So I did them again here. Not that, not that I improved them that much, but these we could do this one or these two, but alternating. So we have a couple of different options. So you guys are going to pick, and then we'll go from there. So this is option 1. So remember, this around here is going to be a border, which we can pick from one of here. So that is option 1. Option 2 is patchwork quilt. This is I don't do a lot of horizontal work. So this would be very unlike most of the eggs I've done, especially on Alive. I think 2 is in the running. And then option 3 was this guy, sorry. So option 3, option 2, I think option 2 is the winner, and then option 3. Option 1, option 2.5. Dun, 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 dun. 2 and then 3 next week. Okay, I haven't done a lot of horizontal work on my page, so let's do this one. I'm gonna have to do a lot of work in pencil first. And by a lot, I mean I'm probably gonna wing a lot of it because I get impatient. I'm gonna do the I'll probably do all the line work in pencil first, and then I'll do all the detail work, just winging it. Okay, I think option 2 is going to be the winner. So we'll set her out. But yes, so this printable, so this printable, this free download is from this book, Endless Egging, which you can get. What time is it for you? It's 10 o'clock. This is when I do my best work, is between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. is when I do I have kids, so this is when I do everything. It's between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. It's when my whole creative life happens. But yes, so Endless Egging. This looks like the most amazing book. I am for sure going to get it. You can get it on the Ukrainian Accessories website. You can also get it at this blurb.ca/bookstore as well, I believe. But yes, so get this. It's free. Download it. And then if you want to buy the book, you can. And then for those of you that do the Facebooky thing, there is a Ukrainian Accessories Eggers Facebook group. That is Kathy, who is in charge of that. So a fellow no sleeper. It's just, it's parenting, right? I don't think I'm alone in that. A lot of us as parents of small children, our me time is between like when our kids go to bed and when we should go to bed, but don't. And that could be creative stuff. It could be watching stuff on Netflix that's not Disney. 6 a.m. we had people from all over the country. Right after that, you started paying my lives. Paying my lives? Who's paying my lives? I'm not getting paid. Who's paying my lives? Posting. Yes, yes. I've been trying to. That makes more sense. Your lives calm anxiety. Oh, I'm glad. I probably wasn't very calming on Wednesday, but that's okay. Sometimes I'm calming, sometimes I'm just entertaining. So now our next question is, are we going to do this patchwork design on white, or are we going to do the brown vinegar etching thing? If I do it on white, I think I will do white, Yukon gold, the sweetgrass green, and then maybe some Viking violet. If I do it on the brown, it's going to be the dark brown, the light brown, and then I think this dark brown, and then the light brown, and then I think we'll go to sweetgrass. and Viking violet. So, are we doing white or are we doing a brown etch? Cast your votes. Everyone makes me feel like I should already have it together. Oh, you should have been here on Wednesday. You would have been like, my life is amazing. I am so together compared to this human. I think brown is slightly ahead. Yeah, anybody tells you that they have it all together is lying. Da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Sorry, I'm just trying to count. I think brown is just edged out white. Yeah, brown has just. I have no clue what I'm doing as a 25 stay-at-home mom. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom at 39, and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I've already been doing it a decade, and I still have no idea what I'm doing. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, I think the brown just edged out. So, I'm just going to go through and put some pencil markings on. Do you know what my therapist told me? Because I was like having one of those days where I was having one of those years where I was like, I just feel like everybody is finding parenting easier than me, and it's so hard for me, and it just like, you know, I'm worried about every decision I make, and it just feels like everybody else instinctually knows what to do, and I don't. And I was lamenting about it, and she's like, oh, no. We don't worry about you. The people that are like aware of like the whole, oh God, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm stressed about it, and I want to make the right decision for my kids, but that is not straight, that line. What am I doing? But she basically told me, like, if the people that are worried about doing the right thing, and they're, you know, want to do right by their kids, and they're really worried about making, like, as therapists, they don't worry about those parents. The people that, like, are not worried about parenting at all and think they know everyone, or think they know everything, she's like, those are the people we worry about. Those are the people that make not good choices. People like you, we don't worry about you. Like, okay, well, that's cool. But, dun, 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 dun. All right, so we got, come back. And then we'll do our little, and then I gotta try to do some horizontal lines. So I was finding during my lives, I was really hunching over, and I was like, by the time my live was over, I was like, it was like this, and you guys were like, we can't see anything. So I got one of those like posture corrector things, and I'm wearing it right now, and it's quite comfortable. So I'm hoping I can wear it for the whole live. I'm hoping. We'll see. So that my posture will I also find it isn't good for my back and my shoulders if I'm hunched. Dun, dun, dun. Does the pencil come off with the wax? Yeah, I find it comes off with the wax. If when you go to clean your egg off, you notice a couple little pencil lines, you can just pop in with an eraser and just really gently just erase where you see the pencil lines. The only thing you don't want to do is like really like, you know, rub on it really hard, because then you'll wreck your dye job. Okay, now we got to do this. So I'm going to back up, and I'm just going to try to stay even. So I find sometimes it's easier to get my lines to look out or to line up if I am farther away. Call it like the drone angle. when you're far away, kind of looking rather than up close. I find it easier to get things even. All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so now we're gonna do our other ones. Dun, dun, dun. So I have a little gadget that I wear around my neck, and my phone rests in it so that I'm able to at least try to look down at the comments and keep track of what's going on. It's hard because I look down at my egg to, like, you know, see what I'm doing. But I do try. This isn't going to be all that even, but we will try. Okay. So I'm trying to make sure that these are as even as I can. Oh no. JL, what happened? Like to no, I'm been there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been there many times. Many times. Okay. All right, I feel pretty good about that. Let's start getting some wax on this sucker. Post you up here. How much we want to bet that I'm going to accidentally light that piece of paper on fire before the end of the night? I just feel it. I just feel it in my bones. I think it's going to happen. I don't know why. Just probably because I know myself. Anyways. How long have you been doing eggs? So I have been doing these since I was a little kid. Since I was about 4. And I just turned 39, so about 35 years. I've been doing them a hot minute. I used to only do them at Easter, but then I started doing them before Christmas, so I could give them as Christmas, and now I just kind of do them all year round because I am addicted and I love it, and I really enjoy it. I like doing them year round because, for me, I really, for a couple of reasons. One is, I just really love this art form. I do lots of different kinds of art. This is my favorite. Get my light in here. This one's my absolute favorite. And the one thing that always made me sad. How is my light doing here? Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my light so it's good. Keep your tea handy as a backup extinguisher. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But I would get so sad because it was my favorite art form, and I only got to do it for a couple of weeks around Easter. And I was always so sad when my mom would pack up the egging supplies, and it was like, and it was tough, especially as I got older, because I was in competitive dance and competition season and all that. So this tool I'm using right now is called a kitska. So this is what I use to get my wax on the egg. It's surface tension that holds the wax inside at the tip. And then as the kitska hits the surface of the eggshell, it breaks that surface tension and deposits the wax. But yeah, I would just, it felt like I was trying so hard to jam all of my art into like a couple of weeks, and I just never really got to take the time that I wanted to do really detailed work because the time was so short. And then I got older and I realized, I'm like, I can do this whenever I want. Like, there's no Pysanka police that are going to come to my door and take my kitska away and say, you're not allowed to do this anymore. So I decided I would just start doing it year round. And the other reason I love doing this year round is I find this to be a very meditative process. And I find, for a lot of reasons, it's very tactile, right? Like, an egg is a very, I don't know, there's something, it's a lovely, just the feel of an egg in your hand. It's lovely. And the wax lines on it, it's a very tactile thing. And then there's the smell of the beeswax. There's the little scritchy, scratchy sound of the tool on the eggshell, which is lovely. And then just the kind of the repetitive motions of a lot of the designs. I do all kinds of eggs. I'll do like pot culture-y stuff on eggs as well. But yeah, especially the repetitive patterns. They're very... I'm trying to make my lines not thick as anything. So the wax is black. So this is what my wax looks like. And again, I get this from Ukrainian Accessories. The website and my discount code are in my bio if anybody needs it. But this wafery looking thing is the beeswax, and it has a colorant added to it, which makes it really easy to see on the egg, so I can see my designs really easy. But yeah, so wherever you see me putting wax on the egg right now, that is what is going to be this sort of dark brown color at the end. Now, if you're asking questions and I'm not answering, I apologize because I'm looking down at my egg, but we've got lots of eggers in the comments that can answer questions for you. Lots of Pysanka people. Musings with Morgan has dubbed us the egg cult instead of the occult. We're the egg cult, which I find hilarious. So the draining of eggs, there's two ways you can do. One is you can drain your egg at the very beginning. Lots of people do that. It does make it more fragile to work on. And you can't submerge the egg in the dyes. They kind of just float on top. But the benefits are you get that process out of the way. You're not going to forget about it for 2 months and then come on alive and drain a nasty, rotten egg in front of 800 people. So there's that. You're not going to forget to drain it if you drain it first. And also the wax removal is much, much faster because the egg's hollow inside. So the heat travels, like it just disperses throughout the egg when it's hollow and heats it up faster. And it's just easier, faster process to take the wax off. So pros and cons to both. And some people never drain their eggs. Some people just leave their eggs whole, and they do eventually sort of dry out and be kind of like a petrified, calcified yolk inside. They don't smell unless you decide to poke a hole in it and drain them. Then they smell, let me tell you. Or if you accidentally drop a spoon on them 5 years after you made it. Or you made one in childhood and your mom never drained it and you're on alive and you accidentally crush it and it's like a 35-year-old egg with a petrified egg yolk inside. Then that, there's varying... Actually, no, that 35-year-old egg didn't smell. I take that back. That one didn't smell. It was so old and dried out. But if it's like 5 years or under, it does smell, yes. Dun, 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 dun. So you'll notice I can move that so you guys can see it in frame. So I always just put the barrel end in the flame, not the tip. If you put the tip in the flame, it can clog with soot and make it more difficult. If you just put the barrel end in the flame, it does a really good job of heating the wax, but not clogging the kitska. Trying to keep my lines thin. Struggling a little bit. Okay, it's going okay. It's going okay. We're going to keep moving. Dun, 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 dun. Would you empty the egg and fill it with resin or something to keep it from breaking? So the process that I'm familiar with is to varnish your eggs at the end after you've drained them to give it like protect the color, like the dye, and to give it some strength. I am not familiar with things like resin or doing anything to fill the eggs. The issue is you have to be so careful with what medium you work with to fill these eggs, because if they are exposed to any kind of heat or cold and they expand, or like if you fill it with something and then whatever you filled it with, if it expands or contracts, it can burst the egg. So it's something to be mindful of. If you are interested with the process of using resin with Pysanka, I would encourage you to check out Catherine Alexander Art here on TikTok. She has this cool thing that she does where she works on quail eggs and then she cuts them in half and then she coats them in resin and fills the back half up with resin. So it's super smooth. And I have one of her necklaces and I forgot it upstairs. But she has a lot of really great videos on her page showing kind of that process of working with Pysanka. What if you filled it with wax? I don't know. I've never tried. I never know. Where can I buy the tool in your hands? So if anybody is interested, UkrainianAccessories.com, that's also where I got this free printable from, is UkrainianAccessories.com. This is a Canadian website. All the prices will be in Canadian, and you can use my code CraftyLady10 for 10% off. The website and my code are always in my bio if anyone needs them. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. We're just plunking along here, folks. Yeah, so if Wednesday was your first live you've ever seen of mine, it's not normally that chaotic. It's normally a lot more chill like this one. Wednesday was a bit of an anomaly. Don't know what that was about. Not me already going off my lines. What am I doing? Gotta bring her back around. Gotta bring her back around. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. There we go. Just kind of give it a little... My lines are so much thinner than they normally are, you guys. I'm kind of proud of myself right now. Trying it with my 5-year-old did not go well. LOL, like 5 burns in the same amount of time. Been there. The thing that kids have a hard time with is remembering not to touch this part. They want to grab it. So depending on your kids, sometimes I find like putting my hand on top of their hand to help them guide it, so their fingers don't want to creep forward and grab that. The other thing you can do is hold the egg for them, but hold it in a tea towel like this. So then if they're working on it and they like bump your hand with the kitska, it's not going to burn you. Just so you try her right hand, even though she's left-handed, so she would switch hands and grab the hard part. Yes. I mean, I've got all kind of scars on my hands from when I was a child doing Pysanka. My one kid, I was able to start her doing this art form at like 3. My other kid had to wait till she was 5, and she's now 7. And even now, it's like a lot of supervision and a lot of guidance. But Yeah, it's one of those things, like some kids can start earlier and some just can't seem to manage the whole hot metal, fire, hot wax, burn, owie. They just continuously keep burning themselves. I use a mason jar. Da-da. Hold the egg in place. Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I mean, the good news is it's like a kind of a controlled way to introduce kids to the whole concept of like fire, hot, metal, ouchie, bad. Because they might hurt themselves and burn themselves, but they're not going to do it too badly. So it's a good way for them to learn. Sometimes kids gotta hurt themselves to learn the lesson. I don't know if anybody else. I've got one kid that follows direction really well, and the other one just learns by doing and by hurting herself. It's how she learns. But once she's got it, she's got it. Okay. Do you do a fully complete egg in a sitting, or is this so it depends on how much detail. I have for sure on lives before done an entire egg in one sitting. Simpler designs. I don't know if I will with this one. This one's going to have a lot more detail. We might need to finish this gal on Sunday, or I'll finish her tomorrow and then we'll come back on Sunday and I will, on Sunday's live, I will take the wax off and I'll take the wax off and I will empty her. Because we're not going to forget to empty our eggs anymore. Okay. So this, let me see. I'm just going to make sure that this is going to work now that I've said what I'm going to do. Okay. You know, I'll do all those guys first, and then I'll go to the other ones. When do you go live on Sunday? So Sunday, I used to go live on Monday nights, but just my daughter's dance schedule changed and it was making it very challenging. So I've moved my Mondays live to Sunday, and also lots of people were asking me to do an earlier live because for a lot of people this is quite late. Even later than it is for me. But so Sundays it's 3 to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And Wednesdays are sort of a wild card. Sometimes I go live on Wednesdays, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how life is going. And if I do go live on Wednesdays, it is the same as Fridays. It's 10 to kind of midnight Mountain Standard Time. Okay. All right. I like that. I think that's going to be good. And then this one. So I'm kind of going to use these lines as markings. So the middle of these two lines is going to be where my diamond shape is going to be. Then I can use the middle of this guy. So I'll mark in those lines with pencil, and then I think we'll go in with some wax. Sometimes I add pencil to my eggs. Sometimes I just freehand them. It kind of depends on my mood. It kind of depends on how much detail, what kind of detail, that kind of thing. Now, why are you so much? You are tinier than the rest. Got a runt in my litter. It's okay. We still love we still love the runts. They're still lovable. They happen. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Mountain Standard Time. So it is about 10:45 right now, p.m. for me. Now we've got people from all over. Sometimes we have people from the States. Sometimes we have people from out east in Canada. Sometimes we have people from like New Zealand and Australia or the UK. Yeah, it's going to be quilty, this one. It's going to be very quilty. Okay, so we got that. And then which? So it's on the diamonds that I'm going to do the ladder. Okay. I'm just going to go and mark in my little ladder thing that I'm going to do. South Carolina. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment, Caitlin. Okay, so let's go and put in some more. What should I do? Yeah, let's do these guys first. And then I will go and do the rest. Kind of cottage core this week. I feel like this is like, this kind of stuff, it's like OG cottage core, I'll be honest. So for those of you that are not familiar, so this art form started in like around the Bronze Age, like a long time ago, with the early in like the early Slavic region, like the early pagans. This is where this art form comes from. They used to do these as part of their spring celebrations. And then it got adapted by Christianity, as Christianity adapted lots of pagan traditions because that was the popular religion at the time, and they wanted to get more people over to Christianity. So they were like, I don't want to give up all these fun things that I do, all these fun rituals. And they're like, we have them too. You don't have to give them up. And so then people were like, okay. That's kind of what they did back in the day. And yeah. Let's fill this up. Becca, thank you. So I just heat up my tool in the candle. It warms up the wax, and then I fill it. I missed something in the chat. And yeah, it's everybody's favorite part. It is always a good idea to wipe the sides of your kitska off after you fill it, so that you are less likely to have like one of those, but on your egg. See my Bridgerton egg video for what happens when the wax globs out at you. This is your first live where I'm in my new home. Oh, congratulations on your new home. That's lovely. That's wonderful. Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Why does this feel like a hot mess? Probably because it is. It's okay. We can fix it, I think. If we can't, we'll just show everybody the other side of the egg. This is very unusual for me, this design. I don't normally do stuff like this. So this is a new one. You have a soothing voice. Thank you. I always get told that. It's funny because I have kids, right? I have young kids. So it's like, I'm sure my kids hate the sound of my voice. They've also been at home with me for a year. So I'm pretty sure the sound of my voice is like, it's like, you know, when you're like a kid, especially in those pre-teen years, you're like, oh, God, the sound of my mother's voice is so grating. And then I come on here and everybody's like, your voice is so lovely. You have such a soothing voice. I'm like, oh, it's nice. Okay. Peeps right by them in Eastern. She is sad. I have, so yeah, I have, so I used to be a dance teacher, and I definitely have a dance teacher voice. For those of you that are unfamiliar, dance teacher voice is where your voice just goes up like 4 octaves. And everything is like super sugary sweet. I don't miss that. And, oh, I knocked out my candle here. And, yeah, my customer service, like my phone voice is also not... I don't know if anybody else does this, but I kind of, like, when I'm happy and I'm in a good mood, I kind of stim a bit, and my stim is, I'll do, like, different voices. Like, I'll kind of sing a bit, and I'll do, like, different voices, different characters. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I do. You've probably noticed it on my lives a couple of times. Not sure why I do that, but it is what it is. But it happens when I'm happy. When one of my kids, I can always tell. So one of my kids is part of the neurodiverse squad, as I am. And I can always tell when she's happy because she hums like the loudest hum I have ever heard in my life, which kind of gives me a chuckle because I also used to do that when I was a kid, and then I morphed it into like the little voices and things. But yeah, I'll be upstairs and I'll just hear her downstairs just humming at the top of her lungs. I think it's I know, I don't think I know because I used to do it. It's the vibration in her head. It like feels good. I got caught once doing it in a Gateways LA, which is like the advanced English classes in grade 7. Because of course I was gifted, but also undiagnosed with ADHD. Of course I was, because that's a great combo. And I was sitting in class one day and I was working away on whatever I was doing, and I was just in a really good mood. And I was humming The Farmer in the Dell. And I didn't know I was humming. And I was doing it like really loud. I was doing a really impassioned rendition of Farmer in the Dell. And I didn't know I was doing it. And all of a sudden I looked up and my entire 7th grade English class was staring at me just like, what is wrong with you? And it was such a humiliating experience. I don't think I ever hummed again after that for a stim because I just couldn't get past it. I don't know why I was humming The Farmer in the Dell. Dun, 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 dun. Camptown Lady sings her song Doo-da, Doo-da. Oh, what? I don't even know if I remember. Something like that. Hello. But yeah, I think it was The Farmer in the Dell. To be honest, I don't even think I know the song. It was the tune that I just hummed you. Whatever that song is what I thought it was Farmer in the Dell. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Not Delhi, but Dell. Yeah. Hi-ho, the dairy-o. Yeah, that one. So imagine you are 12 years old in your 7th grade advanced English class doing a very impassioned humming performance of that song without realizing it. Yes, yep, that song. Yeah. That was a level of humiliation that I wish to never do again. Tisha gets so annoyed. Yeah. So I'm in a real pickle because I don't know if I should try to curb my daughter's humming. Because it could cause her issues later on, i.e. humiliation. But she's happy. It's not hurting anyone. And just because I have trauma around that, it doesn't mean that she will. So I'm trying to just let that one go. Don't stop believing. Yeah. Been a few times this last month where I've been like, I love my brain. I love my brain. Really, I do. I love my brain. It's interesting when you live in a neurotypical world and you are not neurotypical. It's definitely entertaining from time to time. Okay. Yeah, TikTok's the worst. TikTok will get a song stuck in your head. The amount of times I've been working on an egg and something happens, like the wax drips out or something goes wrong, and all I hear in my head is, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. That happens a lot. Musings with Morgan, hello. Hello, hello, hello. You're not too late. I've been on about an hour. About an hour. We're doing a different design than we normally do. We're doing something kind of patchworky. Patchwork quilty. Okay. Oh, she sings it all the time now. Buddy, yada, yada, yada. Yes. My favorite iteration of that sound is everybody getting the vaccine and they're like, I got the antibody, yada, 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 yada. I can't wait to use that sound when I get my vaccine. I want to make like a little video with that sound when I get my vaccine because I've been so jealous seeing everybody use that sound getting their vaccine, and I want to be like, it's my turn, I'm so excited. But I also know myself, and I'm probably just going to be like crying the whole time because it's just going to be like tears of absolute joy and relief after not being able to leave my home for over a year. It's not foolproof, but it'll definitely help, and it'll definitely, hopefully, be a step in the direction. It's definitely been a challenging year for a lot of people. I've been trying to balance the positivity with just being grateful for all this stuff that has gone right the last year and all the things we do have, with the overwhelming guilt of my family having to sacrifice more than most to keep me protected because I am immunocompromised. I think it's just a mom thing. We're just inclined to feel guilt when we don't need to. And I know I shouldn't feel guilt, but I do. I see people I know taking their kids on freaking 3-week vacations to Mexico at Christmas time. And coming home and not masking and not distancing and having huge birthday parties. And I'm just like, I would also love to have birthday parties for my kids, but yeah. I left for 25 minutes and you've already done so much. Have I? Oh, good. Good. I'm trying to be very focused with my line work so that I don't have to keep going over it and thickening them up to like even them out. I'm trying to make them more dainty, I guess, more detailed. I'm trying anyways, so it might make it go faster if I'm not going over and over and over my lines. My mom and I just started experimenting with Kitsuki, and it's so fun. Yeah, it is fun, isn't it? I think it's really great how a lot of you have discovered this art form this year. I love it. It makes my heart very happy. Don't jinx yourself. Oh God, I know. COVID has made my agoraphobia. I hear that. Can I just say, okay, so my neurodiverse squad is going to appreciate this one. So for me, it is talking on the phone. I don't know why talking on the phone is so hard for me, but it is so hard for me. I like talking to my cousin on the phone, and that's literally it. She's like the only human being that I can talk on the phone to. And I needed to make a vet appointment for my cat just for like a checkup. And I needed to make a pediatrician appointment today. It's literally the last 4 months I have been needing to make these appointments. And executive dysfunction, hadn't gotten it done. And I called both places today and got both appointments made. And I am so proud of myself. So I don't struggle too much with the agoraphobia. A little, like COVID's definitely made me a little weirder than normal. But the phone calls, man. Is it because we can't see their faces? I just know that it's a struggle for me and I hate it with a passion. Which would make sense that I can talk to my cousin on the phone, no problem, because I feel she's like my person. She knows the most about me of any human being on this planet. And we are very much the same person. Very, very similar. So that would make sense. Like, I can talk to her on the phone because I'm 100% comfortable with her. Yeah, I was proud of myself. I was proud. It's that thing, right? That, like, the longer you put it off, the harder it is to do the thing. So, that live on Wednesday, getting those eggs drained, it started off a few days here. It's been really good. I've gotten phone calls. I'm completely caught up on my phone calls and my emails now. And my text messages. I'm totally caught up now. Now I just need to catch up on like Messenger and like Instagram and TikTok comments and messages and stuff. I just need to get caught up on those and then I'm good. I already don't like talking on the phone growing. Yeah. Is there no video or is my phone messing up? Uh-oh. When I found out John Green shared that anxiety with me, I almost cried. I love John Green. I just only see gray. If you can only see in gray, let me know. Oh, I'm so glad you guys got your second shot today. You see, okay, video is okay. Yeah, I've got a bone marrow disease, so it's not like I'm a cancer patient, but it's also like I'm not fine. So it's like it's one of those things. Like I'm not like I'm in chemo or anything right now, but I also just can't get COVID. Because my blood is already thick. She already thick. We don't need to be getting the COVIDs. All right, now what should I do? I think I'm going to come. I'm going to switch. I'm not going to do the entire egg with my heavy Darylyn style Kitska like I do. I forget that I have other stuff. I had too much wax on the end of that. And I just put my candle out. But I'm 18 and also Canadian. Yeah, I hear you. I'm in Alberta. So we're having a great time right now. The things I've seen this last year, the things I've seen in person, the things I've seen online by people I have known my whole life. it's definitely been an enlightening year, I think, for a lot of us, where I remember there was a joke a couple years ago. I think it was a meme that was circulating online, and it was like, before Facebook, I just assumed we all believed in science. I was like, yeah. I just assumed we all thought the earth was round. Like, yeah, you can't assume anymore. But not even just like the anti-science stuff, but the entitlement of the just, this isn't what I want to be happening, so I'm just going to go and do whatever I want. And it's like, well, nobody wants this happening. Nobody wants there to be a pandemic. Introverts have definitely, I think, fared better this year than the extroverts have. Just anecdotally noticing in my own family, the introverts versus the extroverts. As a scientist, I laugh at these things so hard that I cry. I think it's one of those things where if you don't laugh, you will collapse in a heap of tears on the floor. So now to do this fancy little design, I just start at the edges and then go into the middle like that. And I think I'm even going to fill these in this color. Yes, I am. So it almost looks like a little flag. I really like it. Introverts just glide through. I mean, I'm trying to be compassionate when I see people like losing it and being angry when things are shut down and being angry when they can't go places and being angry when they can't visit. And I think I talked about this a little bit on Wednesday. I'm trying to come from that place of compassion where I understand that it's for a lot of people, not all, some people are just plain entitled and selfish. That is the case in some people. But a lot of people, it's more of a place of pain and grief. And it's just really, really hard for them to cope. Whereas introverts, we're like, yeah, we're going to stay home and watch Netflix and do crafts. That's fine. We can do that for a few months and be fine. And extroverts do that for a week and they lose their damn minds. So I'm trying to be compassionate when I see people lose it in person and online. I'm trying to come from a place of compassion. Sometimes it's hard. Some days I have more emotional capacity for compassion than others. It was hard in the beginning because I lost my job. Yeah. That is hard. That's really hard. My husband for the last year, he's like, I could get laid off at any moment. And I'm like, okay. It's just been like that for the last year. Like, well, if it happens, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Whatever happens, happens. But it's been a good, for me who likes to doom spiral with all the things that could possibly go wrong. It's been a good exercise of because things change so fast, sometimes week to week, things are so different, and forcing myself to just not go too far in the future and just let things come as they come and happen as they happen and not try to, predict the future, because in this last year, who has been able to predict the future accurately? Like, none of us. Scientists are trying their best to do modeling and predict how things will hit and where and why, but it's a great talent. Well done so far. Thank you, Doodle Dragon Artist. Thank you. I've been off work for a year now. I don't know how I'm ever going back. Yeah, I think a lot of us feel like that. So I was at home I have always I was always that person that was working like 3 jobs at once. Like when I was in school, I was tutoring and I was waitressing. I was also teaching dance. And like I was just always that person that had 8 jobs at once. And then I became a mom and I was like, okay, I'll just do, I'll just teach dance. Look at that. So from that to that. Pretty cool. Hey, I love this design. I love how it happens. It impresses me every time. And it doesn't take a lot of artistic ability because I'm just drawing little straight lines and filling them in. So I feel like this is a very beginner friendly kind of a design, right? Because we just made essentially like a cross. And then you saw how I made the little flag bits. I already didn't go outside, so COVID didn't really change my situation. Yeah, I mean, I had been for the last few years when my health started to fail, it became obvious that I couldn't work and be a mom and do all the things because I was having debilitating migraines and I was like, it just wasn't working. So it was, my husband and I decided like, okay, we'll just have me stay home with the kids. And so that's what I was focused on for a few years. And it was great, but I was ready to figure out the next step. And then my health really started to fail. And so my youngest started grade 1. So when I would have been going back to work, I was busy getting like bone marrow biopsies and ultrasounds and all the rest. And so they finally got my health issue sorted out. And I was like, okay, we got that sorted out. Things are going to get better. Now I can start looking for work. And then COVID happened. So it's been like 3 years for me of being at home. And I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I find the older I get, the less energy I have talking to humans. Oh, 100%. 100%. I will give me a job of like packing boxes in a back room somewhere or like sorting mail somewhere in a back room where I don't have to interact with the public. Give me that. I will take that any day. I've got it. When I do go back to work, it's got to be something where I'm not interacting with the public because I did it for like 20 years, right? I started like, a hostess in a restaurant when I was like 16, teaching dance, waitressing, bartending, doing retail. Then I worked in a group. I was a youth counselor in a group home for a while. I've just always worked with the public, and now I'm like, I don't want to talk to other humans, please. But yet I love doing these lives. I don't know, I guess because it's just, I'm here in my basement talking to myself. Animals are better than humans. Oh, I've said that. Anybody else, when they're out walking their dog, acknowledge other dogs, but not the humans on the other end of the leash? Anybody walk up to a dog and they're like, oh, look at you, sweet boy. And you like barely acknowledge the human. You're like, I'm talking to the dog. I'm not talking to you. I need to not do that. That's rude. I need to not do that. I usually say hi, but like I only look at and talk to the animal. I don't really acknowledge the human. It's also like-minded people. That's true. That's true. It's generally creative types that are on here, fellow neurodiverse community members that are on here, generally for the most part. And people, I'm just on here showing you guys my art, so it's pretty low-key, it's pretty chill. I'm not following company policy. I'm not following company. Why do I keep, you know what? I'm going to get a new candle because I can't for the life of me keep that one lit. It just doesn't want to. So we're not going to force it. We're just going to get a new candle. Morgan, I do the same thing. I do the same thing. My My kids asked me the other day, they're like, who's your favorite child? And I'm like, the cat. Like, but no, who was your favorite child? I'm like, the cat. My oldest one found that hilarious. My youngest one was not impressed. What a community built. I really like our little community we have going on here. I enjoy it. It's been nice because, like I say, growing up doing this art form, I loved it. And every once in a while I would show it and teach it to a couple of my friends and they would love it. Jody, thank you. But it was just one of those things where, I don't know, I was like super into it and passionate about it and loved it, but it was just me. Like I said, I feel like I've been sitting in my basement making eggs for like 20 years, which is accurate. So the fact that all of you guys are also enjoying this art form is awesome. Koala, I don't know how to say your whole name, but thank you. Oh, wow, thank you. Multiple kids circle through their names to get the right one. It used to make me so angry when my mom would do that. And she would like literally say all of my brother's names and then the dog's name and then mine last. And I was like, really? Not even above the dog? I'm Ukrainian. What tool is it? I'm using a Kitska. This one here, this style is made by Kathy and her family at Ukrainian Accessories. Ladybug puppet. Are you making eggs? Excellent, excellent. So yes, UkrainianAccessories.com, you can find all of these supplies. And then Crafty Lady 10 will save you 10% at checkout. And I get a small kickback. So if you use my code, thank you. Jordy, I said Jody, it's Jordy, thank you. My brothers and I are convinced still that our dad doesn't actually know which name belongs to who. Oh my God. Ah, yeah. Okay. So I think I'll leave those. Let's do a couple of these. Okay. Thank you for making videos. Thank you for watching them. I used your code. Oh, thank you. Are you doing anything with the diamonds too? Yes. So I've got my little worksheet here that I'm looking at. I was doing some quick scribbles. So we're going to do something similar but different. Well, I think I'm out of wax. Am I out of wax? I might be out of wax. Yep, we need to load some wax up. This one isn't quite as fun as the other style of Kitska, but it's still fun. You still just call out a bunch of names. Eventually someone will come to you. My brother always say my parents picked me up from the trash. I feel like there's something with siblings. So I was like, for the longest time, here we go, everybody's favorite. Gobbly, 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 goop. Best part. When we were growing up, I have 3 brothers, 1 older, 2 younger. My younger one, I used to tell him that he was an accident. I mean, he was, but that's besides the point. And then for a while, I told him that he was adopted. He wasn't like our real brother because his real family was aliens. So that was nice of me. It's that mental terrorism. So that's the same. If you've been on my page for a while, you'll know that one of my brothers, it's the youngest one that I used to torture by telling him he was adopted and actually an alien, or that he was an accident. But I don't like lawn gnomes. I don't know. I must have, when I was a kid, I probably saw the movie Leprechaun or something. And anyways, I'm scared of lawn gnomes. Don't judge me, please. They wig me out. I keep thinking they're going to come alive and come and stab me with a little knife and like slice my Achilles tendon. I don't know why, but that's what I think of whenever I see a lawn gnome. Don't worry, I am in therapy. But so I have a fear of lawn gnomes. He likes to bring lawn gnomes to my house in the summer, and they just appear in my yard, and he'll come during the night and move them around the yard so it looks like they're alive. Yeah. I was a miracle. My sister was an accident. That's what I told my brother every day, because my mom had a bunch of miscarriages before she had me. So I would tell him that all the time growing up. I was like, I was the miracle baby, and you were the accident. And now I have lawn gnomes that move around my yard. Don't worry, please put that on a shirt. I should. The amount of times I say that on here and in real life. What's the other part of neurodiversity where we like overshare to a fault? And I feel very passionate. I come from a family where, what is that? Is that a spirit or that's my dog? I'm like, is there a ghost in my house or is that a dog? That's a dog. I come from a family where only crazy people go to therapy. And I'm like, no. The sane ones go to therapy. But that is the sort of mentality that I come from. The family that I come from. So I'm very passionate about taking the stigma out of saying, yes, I go to therapy. I think that's very important. I think I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think anybody that is a parent should either go to therapy or have gone to therapy. Because man, is it important to get your baggage sorted out. Otherwise, you just pass it on to your kids. Okay. Do I like that? Maybe. I was like, I was going to do those little, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll try it. Okay, I have enough room. But yeah, I think that's part of neurodiversity is we like to overshare. Yeah, I've been in therapy on and off since I was 17 in some form or another. It's getting diagnosed and figuring out that I have ADHD. I didn't figure it out until I was 35. That was the missing piece of the puzzle. There was a lot of years where I just didn't understand why certain things were so hard for me, and I just couldn't seem to get my crap together, and everybody else around me could. I was always just so frustrated, and I just assumed it was because I was a piece of garbage human, and it turns out, no, my brain doesn't work the same as everybody else's. So that was, I feel like, kicked everything. Trauma healing, everything got kicked into high gear after that. So much progress was made. It was the missing puzzle piece that I needed. So no one gets therapy and everyone drives everyone else. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's so nice that your mom did that for you. Who is that? Ryer Daisy? That's awesome. That's amazing. That is amazing. What a gift. What a gift. Okay, let's do another one of these little diamonds. One of these little diamond patches. You can tell it gets challenging as the shape of your square changes. It gets challenging. Ooh, that one's not even. That's okay. We're just going to keep going. Oh, are we in that part of the getting to know you where we're figuring out what we all do for a living? Real therapist. Being brave and coming and strengthening. Oh. I love therapists. I love good therapists. I love my therapist that I see now. I see her on the 23rd is my next appointment. I'm at the point now where I have maintenance appointments, which feels really great to be in a maintenance phase. I used to like go for a bit and then be doing pretty well. And then we'd always get to that point where the therapist would be like, okay, well, do you want to just call me if you need an appointment, or do you want to try? And I'd be like, oh no, I'm good. And then I wouldn't go for 3 years until I was in like such terrible shape and everything was like just going to absolute shambles. And now I'm at the point where I realize that little check-in appointments about every 3-4 months are very, very valuable. Because I realize, because brain, because neurodiverse, that I need the accountability. If I have accountability, then I'm going to keep doing all my good self-care that I need to do. I'm going to keep making art. I'm going to keep journaling. I'm going to keep making sure I prioritize going for walks and, hygiene and eating food that makes my stomach feel good and not hurt. And it's just accountability. My brain needs accountability. I'm never going to be one of those people that just has a routine. What is routine? I don't know her. So it feels good. It feels good to be a functioning adult, I guess. I'm proud of myself. Anybody that we've managed to, all of us, we've managed to make it through, like all of us, everybody here in the chat right now, we've made it through a freaking pandemic, you guys, this last year. We've all seen some hard crap. We've all dealt with some like huge blows in the last year, and we're still here. And I'm really proud of all of us. That sounds corny, but I mean it. Sometimes it's really important to take a moment and just like appreciate, like, nobody has had to deal with any of this crap for like 100 years. It's been 100 years since we've had to do anything like this. Like, nobody knows. Nobody alive knows what they're doing right now, and we're making it through. I'm not a functioning adult. I mean, did you see my live on Wednesday? I don't think I am either. But it's fine. It's fine. And didn't brush my hair for 4 days. You didn't shower. Oh God, I've been there. Oh, have I been there? My big thing was realizing that it goes back to the spoon theory, right? My big thing was I would always push off my shower until the end of the day. And then what happens at the end of the day? I'm out of spoons. And it was just getting it through my thick skull that I can't do that. Otherwise, the shower doesn't happen because I'm just out of spoons by the end of the day. Okay, I like it. Let's do one more of these here, and then I think I'm going to do some work on the top. It's already 11:30, so this is a lot more detail than I usually do. I'm here because I saw that you've got some Play Rosé. Yes, girl, you know your Hollow Taco. We love Christine. Simply Nail Logical. She's our favorite. Yes, I only wear Hollow Taco. It's the only nail polish that lasts on my nails. Everything else just comes right off. I'm really hard on my hands. And it's the only one that lasts. There's a shirt on Etsy I bought and a supervisor that says, ain't nobody got spoons for that. Yes. Yes. Took me 30 minutes to brush my hair, but I did it. Yeah. So my oldest daughter has the same kind of hair as I do. She's got naturally wavy hair, but she doesn't want to wear it wavy, which is her choice. It took me a long time to make peace with my natural hair. and to understand it and take care of it. So she's going to be on her own journey with her hair, and that's fine. Not straight. Not even at all. Oh my God, not even. I hate it. We're just gonna push through and pretend this didn't happen. Oh God, oh God. Mark your stuff out in pencil first, guys. Don't be impatient like me and just like plod through. Mark your stuff out in pencil and you can avoid. But yeah, we learned with my daughter, we have to brush her hair every night or she gets like the most incredible mats. And it just takes me back to being a little girl and my mom ripping the brush through my hair because it would just get so matted. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. So if we make sure we brush it every day, then we don't have that situation. But it's like, it's hard. I've been there. Nails are so brittle they break halfway down. I never used to have nice nails, but then I started wearing Holo Taco. When did she bring it out? Like last year and a half ago? I started wearing Holo Taco, and I guess because it actually lasts on my nails, it like keeps them kind of protected, and my nails started growing. My nails have started growing. I also, as I've gotten older, I also have just, as I went through a phase in high school where I was, to be completely honest, just in the depths of an eating disorder, and I wasn't eating enough, and I had very terrible nails. And then I got older, and I started taking care of myself, and I had nice nails again, and then I had kids, and self-care went right out the window. And I lost them. And now I'm just starting to get nice nails back again. But I feel like Holo Taco helps a lot. Because it actually... anything with nail polish on it, right? It's going to have an extra layer of strength, so it's going to be less inclined to break. So my nails actually grow now, which is nice. I like having long nails. I always wanted long nails when I was younger. My sister-in-law bribes my niece to sit, so I bribe mine with YouTube videos. We were watching Mariah Elizabeth tonight while I brushed their hair. Ooh, pixie cut. When I was 20, I did the big chop. When I was 20, I had hair down to almost to my butt. And I just chopped that sucker right off. And I did a pixie cut. And I loved it. I thought I looked so like funky and cool, and I loved it. And the guy that I was with at the time just mercilessly made fun of me and told me how hideous I looked. And it was unfortunate because it was a really cute haircut. I'll probably do a pixie cut again at some point. I love pixie cuts. I think they're like, I love the Audrey Hepburn kind of a pixie cut. I think they look so cute. What is that to? Oh God, I wish that teasing me about my pixie cut was the worst thing he ever did to me. I wish. This is called a Kitska. This is the tool I use. It's sort of like, if you're familiar with, what is it called? Batik, the canting tool that they use. It's a similar idea. My 9-year-old right now, her hair is almost down to the small of her back. And she's decided she wants to grow it out as much as she can until the fall. And then before her 10th birthday, she wants to cut it off and donate it, is what she's decided. I was like, cool, man. I think she'll look super cute with short hair. Okay. I like it. Do I want to put any more detail in there or not? Do I want to do? I do want to do. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of detail into these quick, and then I'm going to do the top. So you guys, yeah, I think it's, I like that that's something I never could have Well, no, I did do that when I was in grade 2. I cut my hair off in a bob, but not like short. But I'm glad that she doesn't have, she likes her hair, but she doesn't have a huge attachment to her appearance, which is hilarious because she is really quite beautiful, and I'm not, that's going to be something I'll talk about in therapy, how not ready I am for all that I know is coming. She's quite pretty. And I'm not just saying that because I'm her mom. She's actually quite pretty. And we have lots of conversations about how it's wonderful to love your appearance. It's great. And there's nothing wrong with it. But you always have to remember that your appearance is the least interesting thing about you. We have lots of conversations about that. So she's not terribly attached to her appearance. Like, she dresses mostly, she's my one that I have to shop for in the boys section, which we've decided there is no boys or girls section. Clothing is just clothing. But she prefers wear, like, she's got long hair. She loves her ballet classes. She likes experimenting with makeup. Like, she likes playing makeup, but she does not like girl clothes. She thinks they're ridiculous. She only likes boys' clothes. Give her a baggy shirt and sweatpants any day and she's happy, so. And then my other child's like, how many pink sequins can I put on one outfit? Can we put some rhinestones on here? I need a Jojo Siwa bow in my hair. Actually, can we put 2 Jojo Siwa bows in my hair? And can we maybe rhinestone these shoes, Mom? Like, it's like polar opposites. I love it. Yeah, like her bathing suit is like a boys Nike shorts and t-shirt set with a sports bra. Little trainer sports bra thing underneath is her bathing suit of choice. Meanwhile, her sister's like, can I get a bikini with like padding in it? And I'm like, you're 7. No. No, you can't. You making bacon with the eggs? Not yet. Not yet. What's going on? I'm so interested. So this is traditional Ukrainian pysanka. This is a pysanka that you see me working on here. It's the OG Easter eggs. The original ones. Back before Cadbury's were a thing. These started out as a pagan tradition and then they got adopted by Christianity. And now they're done in a ton of different Slavic countries around springtime. I do them all year because I'm addicted to this art form. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm Ukrainian. I've made many of these as a child. Yeah, thank you guys. You're very complimentive. Thank you. I've got egg cartons full of eggs. Some from when I was growing up. My mom still has containers full at her house from when I was a kid. Containers full. Everything gets yeah, Christianity adapted a lot of different traditions when they were starting. Which makes sense, right? If you want people to join, you let them keep their traditions that they like. Because then they'll be more likely to join. I'm getting so sleepy, but I want to see the outcome. So I am probably not going to, I'm going to do a little bit more work on this. I'm going to work on the top. And then I will probably have to bid you adieu. Because I have to wake up and be a parent tomorrow morning. We've got some stuff we're going to get done. I've been doing really good for productivity. So we got a whole bunch of stuff on the docket for tomorrow. So I'm not going to do like the 4.5, 5 hour live like I did that one. Oh God. Anybody remember that? That was very fun, but also 18 shades of ridiculous. I like that. I like that. Do I want to add a diamond in the center? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. beeswax. Beeswax is what you see me working with. So what I'm doing is I'm sealing in this brown color, because what I'm going to do when I'm done this is like one of the most detailed eggs I've done in a while. I'm sealing in this brown color because I'm going to dip it in vinegar after this, and it's going to remove just the top layer of the eggshell. So it'll be like a very light cream color. But wherever I'm putting the wax now, it's going to keep it protected. So it's going to keep that brown color. And then when I have that light cream color, then I will... Oh, I need more wax. Let's fill this guy up. Then wherever I put the wax, it'll seal in that white cream color. And so on and so forth. And that's how you build your different designs and patterns. So this is a beeswax that has a colorant added to it to make it this black color. And it makes it so that it's easy to see the design on the egg. Does the wax ever fall off? No, it's wonderful. It's like, and I've been trying to find, so I've got like some ceramic eggs and wooden eggs for like vegans so that they can try this art form, some vegan options. But it's the trying to find a dupe for the beeswax that has been so challenging, because there is just... nothing compares to it. It's got just such amazing properties. It dries pretty much instantly. As soon as I put it on the egg, it dries. And it does such an amazing job of sealing in the color. Okay, now I got to go back and thicken up these lines because that is super thick. And so it protects it underneath, right? It protects the dye or whatever color I have underneath. It dries almost instantly. It sticks. It doesn't move. It doesn't smudge. It's amazing. Do you have lives showing how you dye it? Oh, yeah. I do it lots. I've got lots of videos on my channel. And usually, to be honest, usually on my Friday lives, I'll do like an egg kind of start to finish. Tonight we're doing something a little bit different. I did some planning and I had everybody pick which design they wanted, and everybody decided to go with this. This is very different from what I usually do. Very different. Where do you get the tools to do this? So all of my tools are from this company here, UkrainianAccessories.com. This is a Canadian company, so all of their prices will be in Canadian dollars, just a reminder. And Crafty Lady 10 will save you 10% at checkout. That is my code. So I do get a small kickback if you use it. So if you do, thank you. And the website and my code are always lifted. Words and things. They're always listed in my bio if anybody needs them. Okay. Let's do a little bit more work on here before I go to bed. So I am going to be back here on Sunday afternoon, 3 to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I have a feeling I won't be done this egg completely. So I will probably continue working and finish it up on Sunday. And then I'll see if I can remove the wax and drain it for you on Sunday as well. I'll probably spend an hour maybe just finishing. We'll see how productive I am tomorrow. What time is it? So I'm in Mountain Standard Time. It's around 11:45 right now. Usually this is when I get to do all my creative stuff, is at night after my children go to bed. That's when I get to have my creative me time. I'm sure many parents can relate. That's your whole life happens from like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. when you have kids. You have the youngins. Oh, I like this. This is looking very patchworky, and I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm excited. Sunday's my birthday. Oh, fellow Aries. Yes, I will sing you happy birthday. Not well, but I will sing you happy birthday. I work Sunday during your life. Aw. I'm sorry you have to work. I'm sorry you have to work, but I'm also happy you have a job. It's been that kind of year. Whenever anybody talks about work, I'm like, yay, you have a job. And they're like, I know, I hate it, but yay. It's hard. Lots of people are working that don't want to go to work and deal with stuff that they have to deal with. Lots of people want to work but are laid off. It's challenging. How are you recording? So I have like a little gizmo. It goes around my neck. Goes around my neck, and my phone clips onto it so I can have hands free. There we go. I like this. I think that's going to be cool. Okay, I'm just going to show you a little bit of how I'm going to do this top section. And then I will have to bid you adieu because my puppy dog is doing that thing where she's like either needs water or she wants me to put her outside. Are you Canadian? Yes, I am. I'm in Alberta. Don't judge me. Okay. So I'm just going to go put my little ladder in here. Halifax. Oh, Grand Prairie. Hello. Hello, fellow Albertans. How you doing? We just went into another lockdown. Well, another phase of another lockdown anyways, at the very least. I've been at home homeschooling my kids, so it doesn't change a whole bunch for me, to be completely honest. I've been doing grocery pickup and homeschooling my kids since September, so that's a lie. I've been at home homeschooling my kids doing grocery pickup since March of last year. Once a month I will go to the grocery store. Once a month I venture out to the grocery store. Devon, Alberta. I'm just south of you. This is like a Romanian traditional way. Yes, very, very similar. Very similar. Yeah, the Romanian, the Bulgarian, the Ukrainian, the Polish, they're all very, very similar. Okay, now I'm going to come and do my little rosettes. Now again, you can always go through and mark these out in pencil first. You do not have to just wing it. I am a wing it kind of a gal. Fort Mac, hello, Fort Mac. Fort Mac, you've had a rough 5 years, hey? You guys up there. For those of you who aren't familiar, Fort McMurray, what was it, about 3 years ago now? 3-4 years ago, it was like a massive forest fire, and it destroyed quite a bit of the town, the city. It was quite devastating. It's just kind of been one thing after another for poor Fort Mac. I know a few people that lost homes up there. Lethbridge. I like Lethbridge. I've had fun. It was very scary. I believe it. I think my favorite thing, the only good thing I felt like to come out of the Fort Mac fire was the Facebook groups where people were sharing. It was everybody that had like 20 minutes to evacuate. They were like, okay, you got 20 minutes, pack your shit and go. And then there was this Facebook page that got started where people were just showing like, this is why you don't pack in a panic. And people were just showing the random things that they packed while they were completely panicked and had 20 minutes to flee for their lives. And it was things like they had like the top of a blender but not the base, and like all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, I mean, I'm glad that we can like laugh about it and stuff, but it just, oh, I felt so bad for everybody. I can't imagine. I have a friend that lives in New Zealand, and it was like, what was it, a week or two ago, where there was like a tsunami warning. I thought she was going to have to evacuate in a panic with 2 small kids. But they were fine. They were safe where they were. They were good. For OnStar, they still turn them on. Oh, that's good to know. Laundry soap, yeah. And WestJet flew everyone's pets out, yeah. That was maybe the other wonderful thing that I saw come out of that, was the way the province, everybody around the province really kind of tried to band together and support everybody in Fort Mac during that time. That was nice to see. I can't imagine how scary that must have been. I can't imagine how scary that must have been. Dun, 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 dun. That must have been terrifying. Okay, so I have that one. Okay, so now I'm gonna do, okay. Puppy, you need to wait. You can wait. You can wait, you're fine. I just let you out. Before I got on here, do you just want some more water? Did you spill your water? You do like to do that. That's where my graduates went since they lost the dresses and stuff. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I love hearing stories like that. Some rock. Yeah. There was lots. NorCal during the 2 fire. Wow. Yeah, well, the entire state of California. You guys have had a rough few years with fires too. Is the puppy's leg doing any better? Oh, thank you for asking. Yeah, she's doing a lot better. She's doing a lot better. We have a pain medication that she takes, and it's been helping. We've been able to go, we're almost back up to our regular sort of 20-minute, half-hour walks. She's doing really good. And yeah, she's doing well. So she's on a little bit of a weight loss situation because she's been getting extra lots of treats this last year since the kids are home full time. Just anything that gets left out, any apple, any half-eaten sandwich, any, like, chips that fall to the floor, anything. She's devoured it. And that girl, no judgment, we've all gained a little bit of COVID weight. Most of us have anyways. It's part of it. Just happens, whatever. So she's on like a special weight loss food. First time I gave it to her, she threw an absolute temper tantrum and refused to eat it. Flipped her bowl upside down, made a mess. It was a whole thing. Never seen a dog throw a temper tantrum like that. It was hilarious. But she's doing better. She's doing a lot better. Really? You think so, hey? Okay, so what is this? I'm gonna fill in this one. If it is not my human children that are needing me, it's the fur ones. There is always somebody needing a something. That's okay. They are cute. And they give me snuggles. So it all works out. Okay, I'll finish up. Okay, so for that side, I'm going to do that kind of a pattern. And then for this side, I'm going to do a little, oh, hi, it's, it's Tina? Tima, thank you. The Poe's doing well. Other than the cat, the kids keep mauling him. Other than that, she's good. He's good, rather. My boy. My sweet boy. He's just doing his usual checkup at the vet. He missed it last year. They were due for their checkups and then COVID hit. And then I didn't have the presence of mind to like get them to the vet when everything started opening back up. So we're overdue for vet appointments, but he's doing good. I mean, he's 17. He's slowing down, but he's still kicking. I just wish my kids would stop mauling him. Okay, so that's sort of the detail that I'm going to do on that one. So for tomorrow, I'm going to keep progressing on here as much as I can. And then you know what I actually might do? I might finish the brown, because it's going to take me quite a while to do this brown work, like the rest of all this. This is quite detailed. So I'm going to do as much as I can and finish all of this brown work. And then on Sunday's live, I will do the etching like I did on that other Friday live. I'll show you that etching process of like putting it in the vinegar and then scrubbing it off and working on it. So I will save that for Sunday's live. I think that, hello. So I think that is what I'm going to do. Now my puppy dog is telling me I have to go. I'm afraid I have to cut it short right at the 2-hour mark because somebody is sitting outside the door right now glaring at me. And I know, and she knows, that she's going to start barking. And she will wake up children if I don't give her what she wants right now. So, will you post Sunday's live to YouTube? I can. I for sure can. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do that. I'm not going to post tonight's live. Yeah, sorry, my dog is telling me I have to go. Unfortunately, she's telling me I have to go right now. Normally I go quite a bit later on Fridays, but she is being insistent. So I will show up on Sunday's live with this all completed. And then I will see you in a couple of days. I will show the etching process and everything on Sunday's live, and then I'll upload that one. So, bye. Yes, hello. Hello and goodbye, I'm afraid. But yes, anybody that needs the, wondering where you can get supplies, UkrainianAccessories.com, and then code CraftyLady10 will save you 10% at checkout. So, thank you guys for picking this one. I'm enjoying this patchworky one. I've never done one like this before. I'm quite enjoying it. This is so unusual for me. I like it. I'm having fun. So, wherever you are in the world watching this, I hope you, if it's nighttime, I hope you're going to drift off and have a lovely sleep. If it's during the day, I hope you are in a great mood. I hope that maybe you learned something cool tonight. If at the very least, I hope that you are nice and relaxed and all chilled out. And I will see you back here. If you can make it, I will see you Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you can't, I will upload Sunday's live on my YouTube, which the link is in my bio as well, but it's the same name, Cheeky Crafty Lady. It's the same on there as it is on here. So, have a good night or afternoon or morning, wherever you are. See you guys later. Bye.